At 3 a.m., the woman in 703 asked in the residence
Hey
group
everyone,
chat,
I found out my husband is
with
cheating.
my younger sister. What should I do?
Someone eager for drama egged her on. Kill them, of course.
The cheater and that
10 minutes
homewrecker.
later,
Thanks for the advice. My sister's dead.
her eyes stared wide.
Her limp body slumped against the bathtub.
Terror froze her face.
She was deathly pale.
She was clearly no longer breathing.
Her long black hair was soaked in blood, hanging wetly over the tub. The sight left 701
About a
speechless.
minute later,
She picked up her phone again.
703 had deleted the message. But clearly, many others, just like
Had
her,
seen the photo before it vanished.
What the hell? Where'd the photo go?
I didn't even save it. Seriously? You're worried about saving it now?
Wait, you actually think 703 killed someone?
I bet that picture was photoshopped. 703? You there? Say something. I'm worried.
Our building won't become a murder scene, right?
LOL. A husband and his wife's
A
sister.
timelessly dangerous combination.
Everyone, stop arguing
Let's hear
for now.
what 703 herself has to say. I've met the man in 703.
He seems decent.
He doesn't look like the cheating type.
Yeah, maybe it's all a misunderstanding. Let's not spread rumors.
As 701 processed
703 posted another
with the
photo.
caption,
Sorry,
I
everyone.
lost my temper and posted a random image online. My sister apologized,
And I've forgiven her.
as they say, what man doesn't stray?
As long as his heart is mine,
It's not a big deal.
sorry for worrying everyone. Get some rest. Night? The moment 703
The chat
sent
exploded
that,
again.
so it was a false alarm.
Thank God no one died.
I just bought 3 apartments here. I almost thought I'd never rent them out. That guy hit the jackpot. He got both sisters.
I thought we'd get a huge scandal.
That's it? You people are disgusting.
Delete that, thanks.
What? Are you stupid? The arguing continued.
But 701 searched online for
And
ages.
couldn't find that image anywhere. What if 703's first photo was real?
Just then,
601 messaged her
I
privately.
think
703 really killed her sister.
Why?
Look closely at the bathroom tiles. Aren't those the same ones used in our building? And look at the second photo 703 posted. It looks like her sister is alive and well, right? Yes, but the timestamp in the lower left
Doesn't
corner
match the current date.
701 quickly
To the
scrolled
second
back. Photo 703 had posted.
There really was a tiny line of text in the corner.
It clearly read December 7th, 2034. Yet, today was December 5th,
which meant
could 703's sister already be dead? A chill shot up the woman's spine. If there really had been a murder in 703,
then she living in 701
was right next door. She shuddered hard,
601 on the other
seemed
end
to sense
her fear.
and quickly reassured her. Don't misunderstand
You
me.
seem like a good person.
And you live near that crazy woman. I'm warning you for your safety. 701,
You're
very
very
deeply
observant.
grateful.
Thanks so much.
601 continued. No problem, just a habit. The man in 703 is really unlucky.
Marrying a crazy wife like that.
I've already called the police. They'll be here within half an hour. Until then, don't leave your apartment.
You might run into that crazy woman. 701 replied
Okay,
at once.
I understand.
She trusted 601 quite
Because
a
of
bit.
their past encounters.
She had always trusted him.
What he had just said really did seem meant to keep her safe. She needed to check rental listings tomorrow and move out quickly. That was her plan. After closing her chat with 601, she suddenly noticed the group had 99 plus unread
Messages.
She didn't dare
And
wait.
open the chat at once.
Several middle-aged men in the group were arguing with the girl in 203.
Don't you think this is strange?
703 just found out her husband cheated.
How could she calm down that fast?
What's so strange about that? No woman is that generous,
Willing to share her husband.
You're just a little girl. So adorably naive. Didn't you see what 703 herself said?
What man doesn't stray? Men work hard outside
It's
the home.
normal to have a little fun. And even if he got with his sister-in-law, technically, that's barely cheating.
They're still family, right?
You're disgusting. Got a problem? Little girl, I've noticed you for a while. You read too much brainwashing garbage online. Couples having conflicts is totally normal, okay? All right, stop fighting. As long as nobody died and prices
We
stay
should
up,
all be grateful.
401 tried to
But
smooth
everyone
things
kept
over.
firing back. and nobody backed down. The girl in 203 saw she couldn't win.
Gave one final warning.
You don't understand a woman's hatred. I say 703 really did hurt someone, since the men kept insisting 703 was
101
joking.
and 502 got irritated.
Taunted her. You think
Then
she
go
killed
upstairs
and see. 101 chimed in. Yeah, if you've got
And
the
if
guts,
there's nobody,
go. Remember to apologize to us. Surprisingly, after they provoked her, 203 agreed. Fine. 502 taunted her again. Then
You
go
think she
upstairs
killed them?
and see. 101 chimed in. Yeah, if you dare go. And if there's no body, remember to apologize to us. Surprisingly, after they provoked her, 203 agreed. Fine. The woman in 701 was stunned. That message had been sent 3 minutes earlier. She hurriedly messaged 203. Girl, don't listen to those men. Stay home. Keeping yourself safe matters
Then she briefly
most. Explained what she and 601 suspected, hoping to stop 203 from going upstairs. After sending the message, she stared at her screen. Her hand grew sweaty around the phone. But 203 never replied. What could she do? She paced in panic. With no choice, she video called 203. It rang for a few seconds, then was declined. Before she could react, 203 sent her a photo. Thanks, sis. I understand everything you said, but I'm already at 703's door. I need to find out the truth. 701 and replied, leave that to the police. Protect yourself. I'm a woman. The woman in 703 has suffered
I don't think she'll
too.
hurt me.
After sending that, whatever 203 stopped
She was
replying.
frantic.
How could 203 be so naive? If 703 really had killed
She
someone,
might kill again.
just to silence a witness. 701 hurried to
And
the
listened
entryway at the door. The elevator stood between 701
So she
and
couldn't see
703's doorway, but she could still hear sounds outside. Whenever the couple in 703 came and
She
went,
could
clearly hear their door opening and closing. Soon, a few quick knocks rang out. They had to be from 203. 701 tensed
Her right
up. Hand stayed on the doorknob, ready to rush out instantly. Soon, a click came from 703. The woman in 703 opened the door. The woman in 701's heart jumped into
voices
her throat. Drifted in from the hallway. She held her breath and listened closely, but through the closed door, she could only tell that two women were talking. She couldn't make out the words. The conversation lasted about 2 minutes. Then everything went quiet. She looked through the peephole, but saw only the dark hallway. Not a soul was there. She hesitated, wondering whether to open the door and check, when suddenly, the door to 703 slammed shut. What was going on? The woman in 701 Once she recovered, she listened at the door again. Several minutes passed, and the whole floor fell completely silent. Had 203 gone inside 703? That seemed impossible. The woman in 703 might have just attacked someone. Her apartment was extremely dangerous, and 203 knew that too. If she only wanted answers at the door, that was different. But how could she go inside alone? 701 grabbed her phone. To her surprise, 203 had posted, "Hey everyone, I'm inside 703 right now. Her sister is alive and well." It really was a misunderstanding. After saying that, 203 even tagged the two men and from
apologized.
earlier. I guess I'm too inexperienced and overthought it. Sorry. I'm going to bed. You two should sleep too. Good night. Seeing 203's attitude completely change, immediately relaxed. Told you. You're just a little girl. Don't take everything so seriously.
Exactly.
Seeing is believing. Convinced now? Hahaha. Maybe she should learn from the woman in 703 and be more tolerant of her future husband. Finally, I can sleep easy. My apartments will rent fine. I'm literally crying. But 601 still seemed uneasy. He tagged 203. You say 703's sister is fine. What about her husband? Where is he now? 203 replied almost instantly, as if she had prepared the answer. Her husband is away on business. He's not home right now. After that message, the chat fell silent. The woman in 701 stared at 203's reply. If 703 had only been joking and the misunderstanding was over, 203 should have gone home at once. Living on 701 203 had never come out of 703. And if she could post in the group, why wasn't she answering private messages? Something was wrong. Very wrong. A terrifying thought slowly formed in the woman in 701's mind. Had the girl in 203 already been killed? That terrifying thought kept taking shape in her mind. Had the girl in 203 been killed too? The woman in 701 tried to reassure
She'd
herself.
never wronged 703.
Just then,
Why
101 messaged her privately.
You live on 72,
Hey girl,
right?
have you heard anything? 101 was a creepy middle-aged
Whenever
man.
the woman in 701 ran
He
into
would
him,
leer at her.
it always made her deeply uncomfortable.
If the rent nearby weren't so cheap, she'd have moved long ago. She brushed him off casually.
No, I didn't hear anything.
But 101 asked mysteriously, do you know why?
That girl in 203 was so impulsive.
Truth is,
73's husband really is cheating.
and I know who he's cheating with.
It isn't his sister-in-law. It's the girl in 203.
That stunned 701.
Was 203 the other woman in
The girl in
703's
203
marriage?
was stylish
But
and pretty.
701 didn't believe she'd
You
do
have
that.
no proof. How can you accuse her?
101 immediately sent over a
It showed
photo.
a man and woman from behind.
I've suspected that girl in 203
She
for
dresses
ages.
to the nines every day. Who knows what shady job she does?
Funny coincidence, huh?
I finally caught her red-handed.
If you ask me, she just graduated. She was lazy and didn't want to work. Then she saw how successful the man in 703 was, so she set her sights on him. Now you know why she rushed to 703, right? She was worried about her lover and went to confront the wife. Oh, right? When I saw them that day, 601 saw them too.
He was furious.
Haha, who knew a young guy like him was so righteous? As for me, I'm just too kind-hearted, so I already called the police. They were shocked and said they'd come quickly. Something in that message jolted the woman in 701.
You said you just called the police?
Yeah, is there a problem? We live under the law. Of course I did. She urgently asked.
Did they say?
Yours was the second emergency call. No, I was the first one to call. The woman in 701's heart 601
sank.
had told her he'd called the police.
But
according to 101, no one had called before him. That meant 601 had probably lied. What was going on? At that moment, she trusted no one. She immediately called 110 herself.
Sure enough,
the operator said she was the second caller. After hanging up, she began to think. 601 was a finance guy.
He should have
living
had
alone.
nothing to do with the couple in 703.
Why lie about calling the police? And why had he given her such a convincing, well-reasoned analysis? As for why 203 rushed to the 7th floor, entered 703, and never came back out. Could 101 really be right? Was she the one who had entered 703's marriage? Had she rushed there because she was worried? Everything was a mess. Just then, a huge bang came from outside. The woman in 701
Someone was at her
flinched.
door.
Was it the police? No, they couldn't have arrived that fast. Was the woman in 703 outside? Or had another resident come to the 7th floor? A faint light showed through the peephole. Another eye stared back. The woman in 701 collapsed, gasping for breath. Who was outside? The woman in 703? The girl from 203, or 703's younger sister. She couldn't tell. No matter who 703's husband had cheated with, why was 703 terrorizing the residents?
Why was
chat?
701 so
To live
unlucky?
on the same floor? Tears ran down her face from fear. The police would be there soon. She had to endure. Just then, a shout came from her balcony. After a brief pause, she went out to check. It was 601 calling to her from below. Every unit had a similar layout. This building gave every apartment an open-air balcony. 601 looked up and shouted, "Get down here." The 7th floor is dangerous. Then, he threw her a rope weighted at one end. Remembering his supposed fake police call, she didn't move right away. Why lie about calling the police? Why should I trust you? I didn't lie. I know a police officer. I called his personal number. I can show you my call log. I swear, everything I'm saying is true. 701 stared hard at 601. If he was telling the truth, that would explain the operator's answer. I just saw from the stairwell. The crazy woman in 703 came out carrying an axe. I think you're her next target. 601 grew frantic. His fear didn't look fake. Then violent banging hit the front door. Someone was trying to break into 701. Could it really be the woman from 703? There's no time. Get down here. That woman has lost it. Her husband cheated, so she's killing every girl in the building. Get down here. We'll escape together. As 601 finished, grew even louder. 701 couldn't wait any longer. She grabbed the rope and climbed down. A little lower. Lower. Just a little more. She couldn't help looking down. Was terrifyingly Night wind lashed her, making her dizzy. She gritted her teeth and let go.
She crashed onto 601's
her
balcony.
bleeding knee, she cried, "Hurry! We need to leave. It's too dangerous here." Strangely, the moment she landed, the pounding at her own door stopped. "Slow down. You're bleeding. Let me bandage you first." She shoved 601's
"This isn't
hand
the
away.
time. We need to leave. And we have to warn the other residents." She reached for the door.
But 601 blocked her,
He stood between her and the exit.
clearly not wanting her to leave.
"The police will be here any minute. You really want to go out? It's dangerous outside.
If you stay here, we can watch each other's backs. I'm a man.
I can protect you."
The woman in 701 hesitated.
The police had indeed told her
not to act rashly,
and with her leg injured,
she couldn't run fast.
what if, while trying to escape,
703 caught up with her?
compared with that, staying behind a locked door seemed safer. Seeing her begin to soften, 601's face
He
lit up.
immediately moved to support her.
"Come on,
Sit on the couch.
Then 601's doorbell rang.
Great.
My police friend is finally here." He rushed to the entryway
And eagerly opened the door.
but 701's
But it wouldn't be that
instincts
simple.
warned her. Sure enough, the moment the door opened, she lost all hope. The person outside was no police officer.
It was the woman from 703 holding a machete.
703 stared darkly into the
The
apartment.
blade in her hand gleamed.
razor sharp and terrifying.
Even worse,
Several drops of blood clung to the tip and slowly fell to the floor.
701 turned
someone
to run.
grabbed her arm.
She turned and met 601's vicious stare.
"You seduced her husband.
Now you're fleeing."
What are you talking about?
The woman in 701 was completely
Was he accusing
stunned.
her of seducing?
73's husband.
She had never even met the man. Seduce him? How?
601 ignored
Holding
her
her
question.
tight,
He shouted to 703.
"It's her. Your husband cheated with her. This shameless woman."
She seduced your husband.
"No, I didn't. I swear I didn't."
The woman in 701 burst into
Had those
desperate
two been
tears.
working together from the start?
She didn't know why 601 was lying. But if 703 believed him,
She would die.
she fought with everything she had
To break free and escape, but 601 raised his leg and kicked her injured knee. She collapsed in pain. "I really didn't." Her voice suddenly stopped. She had been too stupid. She should never have trusted anyone.
Trusting them had doomed her.
703 walked toward her with the machete
and raised it high overhead.
The woman's strength was terrifying. 601's eyes gleamed
The
with
next
excitement.
second,
The machete came crashing down.
701 shut her eyes
The
in
sound
despair.
of flesh tearing reached her ears, but she felt none of the pain she expected. She looked up and saw 601's head separated
Why?
from his body.
Why hadn't 703
Why kill
killed her?
601
The woman
instead?
in
701 stared at
703
703
seemed to
in
notice
terror.
her
She
gaze,
glanced at
and
701.
in her eyes,
there seemed to be a trace of pity. The woman in 701 shuddered
Go.
hard. "Join your lover." "Lover? What lover?" 701 stared blankly. The scene was horrifying, yet she watched as 703 dismembered 601 had been alive and
Now he was
energetic
just
moments
butchered
ago.
flesh.
701 shut her eyes in
703
anguish.
laughed
The woman in
without looking
701 had endured too much that night.
As 703
The
disappeared down
tension
the hall,
finally left her body, and
when she woke up, she was in a hospital.
Doctors and police officers surrounded her bed.
Am I dead?
A doctor in a white coat shook his head. He said she had no wounds at all. She was simply traumatized and needed time to rest. Once the doctor gave permission, the police told her the whole truth. It turned out 601 and 101 were both lovers of
And the woman
703's
in
husband.
703 had known for a
What
long
devastated
time.
her even more was discovering that her husband had bought a huge accident policy on her. The three men were planning to kill her for the payout. So the woman in 703 joined forces
And
with her
staged the
sister.
whole thing.
First, 703 tricked
Into
her
drinking
husband.
milk laced with a
Then
sedative.
she took his phone and cut contact with 601
Next,
and 101.
she
deliberately spread a rumor in the group to get their attention. She knew that once they saw those messages, they couldn't stay still. They'd act. All 703 had to do was wait quietly for them to
home.
come to her, the girl in 203. Simply had zero tolerance for cheating. Her trip to 703 to
was
investigate
entirely her own decision.
703 didn't want innocence
but
involved.
couldn't
risk exposing her plan.
So
when 203 came,
703
703 gave her a
of the
glass
same
drugged milk and kept her unconscious inside
When
the apartment.
601
and 101
They naturally
saw the
panicked.
messages, but exposing their affair terrified them, so they stayed put.
Instead, they pretended to be concerned
and privately
bystanders.
messaged 701
and 203
they wanted to earn
and
their
get
trust.
more information. Meanwhile, they secretly contacted the woman in 703,
trying to frame
701 and the girl
and
in
incite
703
to save
attack
themselves.
them. But the woman in 703 had seen through
She knew
everything.
601
were the
and
ones involved with
101.
her husband. She pretended to believe 601's
but lured him
lie
into
opening the door. After killing 601,
She asked 101 to help clean up.
wanting one fewer person to split the payout
101
with.
gladly
703
opened the
butchered
door.
101
According
too.
to 703's
Police searched
confession,
under
the master bedroom
and
bed.
found her husband already dead.
Hearing the police
The
explain
woman
it,
in 701 realized how
the
terrifying
police had
human
already
evil
secured
could be.
all the
Their
evidence.
crimes had finally caught up with 101
Meanwhile,
and
703
601
confessed
and
to
willingly
everything
accepted
she'd
the
done.
full
When he
consequences
finished,
of the law. The young officer's voice was full of emotion. The woman in 701 wiped away tears
she?
she hadn't
I
noticed.
want to see her.
In the end, 701 wanted
Justice
viewers
may
to
arrive
remember,
late,
but it always arrives.
and
above all, love yourself.